Welcome to another installment of Celebrity Skincare Routine Reactions. And if you don't know me, my name is Hiram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. And today we have a celebrity who I don't know. Sophia Richie. She was featured on Vogue's YouTube page and I saw the video pop up on my timeline and she looks really pretty, but I honestly don't know who she is. I'm actually gonna look her up right now. Sophia Alexandra Richie Grange. Oh, so she's a model. Interesting. Some of you have been in my comments requesting a reaction video to her skincare routine. I always love reacting to skincare routines from celebrities that I don't know anything about, so this should be fun. Per usual, if you are interested in shopping any of the products that she uses in today's video, I will have all the affiliate links in the description box down below. Sophia, let's see what you got.
It's Sophia Richie Grange and I am back for my second beauty secret.
Second one? I didn't realize she had a first one.
It was really honestly time for an updated version. A lot has changed. I'm really excited to be showing you guys my bar soap.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
I am
really
so
adorable.
proud of this. I use Vanny Cream bar soap for my face.
Okay.
It's the only thing that literally doesn't break me out, so I had to buy a cute little bathtub.
Okay, so right off the bat, I know you guys are probably expecting me to be cringing a lot because bar soap has entered the chat and I am not the biggest fan of bar soap. However, two things I already love. First, she's using Vanna Cream. If you're not familiar with Vanna Cream, it is one of like the most recommended brands by dermatologists. I've recommended Vanna Cream a lot on my channel for people who tend to have sensitivity or reactions to any product that they use. They're really known for ultra simple hypoallergenic products that are accessible to people who tend to just break out or have really bad reactions to any product that they use. And even though I'm not the biggest fan of bar soap, I do appreciate that it is Vanna Cream. But the second thing that I love is that she does have like a separate holding container for her bar soap. One of my biggest gripes when it comes to bar soap is like, I mean, when I think of bar soap, I think of straight frat bros who have their face bar soap that they also use on their ass, just laying on the ground of their shower. That's what comes to mind. Not a pretty picture, but at least she is having it set in a separate container to avoid some of that mess. I don't know, my personal take when it comes to bar soap is that if you are going to be repeatedly using it, particularly for your face, it's best to just make sure you give it a really good rinse. That way, if any like mold or bacteria has started to build up on the outside surface, you can at least like rinse some of that off and clear off any residue that might be sitting on it. Or even better, instead of like actually using the bar soap in water, just take like a cheese grater or some type of like scraping device and just scrape off a little bit of soap and then use that piece in your hands to apply to your face. That way the actual bar soap isn't being constantly exposed to water and sitting out, attracting bacteria and mold and all that kind of stuff. So there are ways to go about it in a more cleanly way, and I do appreciate that she's making the effort.
I mean, I don't even know how to put my hair up at this point because I have a very short bob.
Super cute. I love it.
Putting a headband on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my face with this bar soap. Is there a cute way to wash your face? It's weird. Is it weird that I
still haven't found a way.
No, I'm gonna wash it up. I use this to dry my skin.
Okay.
And I honestly have noticed the biggest difference. You can use anything. You can use a tissue. I just find that when I don't use the detergent on the towels is better for my skin.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of times we tend to overlook like any detergent or fragrance that is used in a detergent and how that being on a towel can transfer to our face and potentially irritate it. I know she expressed that she tends to break out really, really easily, so I'm glad she is aware of that. A lot of people are a fan of using like the single-use towels when doing their skincare routine, and I totally understand the sanitary side of it, which I'm in support of. The only thing I don't like about it is that I'm just not a fan of any products that encourage single-use waste. It's kind of like sheet masks, right? There are a lot of skin benefits to them, but technically they are still creating regular single-use waste. My biggest thing, and what I recommend to anyone who really struggles with breakouts or acne, is having a 7-day supply of towels and pillowcases. That way you can switch it out every day. You're not repeatedly using whatever residue, bacteria, or gunk is on your towels and reintroducing that to your face. Same with pillowcases. That was actually one of the biggest ways that I was able to get rid of my breakouts and acne when I was in high school. I just feel like that's a much more sustainable option compared to using single-use towels.
Okay, my next step is this cryo mask by Shark.
Ooh, skincare technology. I'm excited.
I use it for anti-aging. It helps kill bacteria. Oh my God.
That is intense. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen that like bulky of a mask before. How does she travel with it?
Cool. Elliot is so used to seeing me in disturbing masks that he doesn't even flinch anymore. This is tamed.
I mean, she says it's a cryotherapy face mask, which is automatically really cool because not only is it cryotherapy, which is essentially like exposing your skin to a really cold temperature in order to help tighten it, help with depuffing and refresh the skin, but it's also a red light LED face mask, which if you don't know about red light therapy, there are so many benefits to it. It can really help, particularly with like skin sensitivity, irritation, and also breakouts as well. I am curious to see how much this one costs because just looking at it, it looks bougie as hell. So I'm bracing myself, making sure my heart rate is okay. Oh, wow, that's not that bad. I was expecting a lot more. This is the Shark Cryo Glow LED face mask with under eye cooling, anti-aging, and blemish repair. And it retails for $350 on Amazon, which is, I've seen way higher prices for skin tools. I mean, just LED masks in general tend to be on like the $400, $500 price point. And given that this is both cryotherapy and red and blue light therapy, I actually think that's a pretty fair price and it has good ratings. No, I can't buy it. I can't. I already have too many skin tools. I really don't need it. But I don't know. If you guys want a review on this one, I guess I wouldn't mind buying it.
I am going to use this Hydrinity Hyacin Active. I call it the hand sanitizer for your face. It just kills bacteria and kills everything. I honestly, in my 20s, have noticed the greatest improvement in my skin, and then that all went out the window and went south the second I got pregnant. I had the craziest acne.
Yeah.
I deal with like a bit of rosacea. I have a very simple and clean skincare routine, and I've noticed that that is the only thing that keeps it somewhat tamed.
You know, pregnancy and hormones are such a funny thing, right? Because I've heard so many people say that they had the best skin of their life when they were pregnant, and then other people say that their skin was just absolutely destroyed once they got pregnant. Hormones in the body are just a really funny thing when it comes to, I mean, literally growing a human being inside you. I didn't even realize she had a child. I mean, she looks amazing. How old is she? 27. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult when you're pregnant and struggling with acne and things like rosacea, because a lot of the best ingredients like salicylic acid, retinol, mandelic acid generally aren't recommended to people who are pregnant, which makes it really difficult to make that acne go away. I'm really glad though that she has found a simple routine that works for her, because as a skincare minimalist myself, I'm a firm believer that the simpler the skincare routine, the better. You don't want to be going in with too many products. That's just a recipe for disaster if you have really sensitive skin. But I am curious what this spray was that she used. Okay, so it's the Hydrinity Hyacin Active Facial Spray. It's award-winning, I guess. $60, definitely pricey for a facial spray. Ah, I knew it. Okay, yeah. So this is a hypochlorous acid spray. If you don't know what hypochlorous acid is, it's an incredible ingredient that basically helps to clear out the bacteria on your skin that contributes to things like breakouts, but also sensitivity and redness. I actually have started using hypochlorous acid every day. I've used it for the previous few years with the Tower 28 SOS serum. It's been featured as one of like my favorite serums in multiple years, but you can also get it in a spray format. And I've actually recently been using the Tower 28 facial spray with hypochlorous acid. I've also been trying Lily Reinhart's brand, Personal Day, their hypochlorous acid spray, which is great as well. Here's the thing when it comes to hypochlorous acid though, it is a very finite ingredient that has to be formulated in a very specific way. And because it is relatively new to the market, there's really only like 1 or 2 manufacturers for cosmetic hypochlorous acid products. And I've heard chemists talk about how even though there's a bunch of hypochlorous acid sprays on the market, that they likely all come from 1 or 2 manufacturers. And because it is such a finicky ingredient that can only be formulated in a very specific pH with minimal other ingredients added, basically one hypochlorous acid spray is the same as all the others. They really do the exact same thing, and you're not really getting that big of a difference, if any difference at all, by purchasing a more expensive one versus a more affordable one. So this one, in my opinion, is definitely overpriced. I personally would recommend like the Tower 28 hypochlorous acid spray. You'll save like, I don't know, like $30. But as an ingredient, it's absolutely amazing for the skin. I'm a huge fan of it. I've loved integrating it into my routine. And if you're someone who struggles with acne, breakouts, redness, or sensitivity, I definitely recommend incorporating it into your routine.
Next, I use the Avene Cyclophate. As you can tell, classic. I use a lot of this. This is like my holy grail, and I always apply it under my makeup because I feel like my makeup, I feel like my makeup is so pretty on top of this. It's thick, it's pasty.
Yes, very, very.
And this is one of those creams that you need to like warm up. Like the more you warm it up in your hand, the more you warm it up on your face, the glowier, more gorgeous it looks.
Okay, so after seeing her use that product, I'm definitely guessing that she struggles with really dehydrated or dry skin because that cream is no joke. I mean, it's a cult classic. People love it. I've used it myself, but oh my God, it is super thick moisturizer that is not for the faint of skin. It really works best if you have super dry skin or eczema. Great product, but as a combination girly myself, it's definitely way too thick and rich for my skin. However, from a formulation perspective and ingredient perspective, as well as the results that it provides people specifically who struggle with really dry, flaky, or eczema prone skin, it's awesome. Honestly, the formula kind of reminds me of like the traditional La Mer cream, but I love that she's using this one specifically. I don't know, bro. I'm just so tired of seeing celebrities use super expensive skincare, so it's kind of refreshing to see her go in with a product that's actually has really good ingredients, feels luxurious, but isn't ridiculously priced.
If I drink an excessive amount of water, my skin is amazing.
Oh, cool.
I also have noticed that if I eat a very clean diet, and when I say clean, I mean like no acidic foods, I kind of find that my skin is better as well.
I mean, hey, I am the last person to give dietary or nutrition advice, but I will say I have personally noticed that my diet will heavily influence the quality of my skin or how it looks. And I know other people who struggle with really severe cystic acne that by cutting out really greasy foods or by cutting out milk or gluten, that their skin just magically clears up. So it's definitely not something to rule out. Your diet can really affect the health of your skin. Ah, yes! I've worn some Aquaphor. That is a huge tub.
3 years. I know it's probably disgusting, but
wow.
It's true. Aquaphor is my lip holy grail. Tried and true. What I think is very important to any skincare lover, anyone who is trying to improve their skin, is sleep.
First of all, love that she went in with some Aquaphor. Classic, tried and true, so good. I, for years, have used Aquaphor to hydrate my lips, but I also love using it for slugging. I mean, it's just great. I will always love Aquaphor. I also love that she touched on the importance of sleep because a lot of people tend to overlook this. A lot of people, being myself. At the end of the day, skincare products can only do so much, and a lot of times lifestyle habits are equally as important, if not more important, than the skincare products that you use. And if you're not getting enough sleep every night, managing stress, eating healthy, there's only so much skincare products can do, and sleep is definitely one of the biggest contributors to skin health, premature aging, skin recovery, redness, irritation, breakouts. Like, it affects everything. Trust me, as someone who spent the last 12 years of my life constantly pulling all-nighters, getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep every night, I am now suffering the consequences, and I do not want anyone else to experience that. So just in general, for your overall health, it's always a good idea to make sure you're getting sleep, if nothing else, for your skin.
I wear this Aura ring.
Ooh,
and
I love
it
Aura.
helps me kind of track my nighttime, my stress levels in the day, and based off of that information, I can pivot and do what's best for myself internally, which I think always reflects in my skin. So, love you.
I love that.
Last but not least, on the skincare front, I'm using this Skin
Okay, good.
Pharmaceuticals
I was hoping she was going to go in with sunscreen.
Sunscreen, and I discovered this product. They sent it to me and I have been obsessed and using it ever since. Another one that does not break me out. Only does good things.
I mean, it's SkinCeuticals. They're one of the most like research-backed skincare brands out there. There's a reason why so many chemists, dermatologists, and estheticians are always recommending them. I personally have not tried that sunscreen. I'm interested to see if it's a mineral sunscreen or chemical sunscreen. Oh, you know what? The price point isn't as bad as I thought. It's $54, which, yes, is expensive, but SkinCeuticals literally has serums that are like $150 to $200, so better than I thought. As I expected, it does include chemical filters like homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene, as well as zinc oxide. I mean, I won't go into it. I personally don't use or recommend chemical sunscreens on my channel just because of the risk of skin sensitivity. Traditionally, you know, for her, I'm glad that she hasn't experienced skin sensitivity, but a lot of times people have sensitizing reactions to USA chemical chemical filters, plus there's conflicting data as to how they affect the environment. So I personally just don't prefer to use them or recommend them, but I've always said the best sunscreen is the sunscreen you'll actually consistently use. So I'm glad she's found one that works for her skin that doesn't result in breakouts. That's always difficult when it comes to US sunscreens, and why I always recommend Korean sunscreens. Some Korean sunscreens I feel like are similar is like the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Airy Fit sunscreen. I personally love that one. It adds like a nice splash of hydration and moisture to the skin to just give you that plump skin look, but it doesn't have white cast or gray cast. Or also another one that's really good for like skin redness and sensitivity is the Numbuzin SPF 50 sunscreen. I feel like that one has such a good ingredient list, and I'm constantly using that one in my own skincare routine. Plus they're a lot cheaper than this one, so I would recommend those over the SkinCeuticals one. But again, whatever sunscreen you'll actually use is the best one.
I'm doing this skincare routine for you guys in a very like slow and thoughtful and mindful way. But like when I wake up in the morning,
I feel like she's been going through it pretty quickly.
And wash my face. Is that a long time? Maybe. And I just like go. I get in the sink and I just splatter it all on. It's just got to be easy in and out.
Literally me. Every time I have to film a video for like TikTok or Instagram where I'm applying skincare products, I always do it in like a slow, methodical, elegant fashion. But in reality, my day-to-day routine, I'm like, let me get this over with as fast as fucking possible. I am not the type to dwindle when it comes to my skincare routine, but I feel like she did it in a really, quick fashion. I mean, it's only been 4 minutes into the video and she's already done with her skincare routine, so I think she did great. I mean, this may be my first introduction to Sophia Richie, but I have to say, looking at the skincare routine, I'm a huge fan. Her routine is like everything I preach about on my channel. It's simple, it's minimalist, effective, and non-irritating. It's really clear that she has done her research in finding products that are going to be good for making sure her skin barrier is healthy while minimizing any risk of irritation or sensitivity. All her products were very intentionally thought out to make sure there's no bacteria on her face that's contributing to breakouts, redness, or sensitivity. She's using really good nourishing and moisturizing products, protecting her skin with sunscreen. I would have loved to see like what her nighttime routine is, because I'd be interested to see like if she uses a retinol or exfoliant, because I feel like that's missing from her routine. But obviously this is a daytime routine, so it's good to keep it like simple and effective. Again, I don't love the bar soap aspect of it, but I totally understand if everything else has made her break out. I mean, looking at this routine, it's just very clear that she has been through the weeds when it comes to breakouts and skin irritation. I mean, each of these products are definitely formulated for people who have ultra sensitive skin. So I love that she's being mindful of that with her routine, and I really have no complaints. That was awesome. Sophia, I'm a fan. I loved this routine. I mean, let me know what you guys thought, and if you want me to react to her first Vogue skincare routine that she did, because if it's a nighttime routine, I'd be really interested in seeing what she uses. And of course, if you want to shop any of these products yourself, I will have all the affiliate links listed in the description box below. Let me know which celebrity you guys want me to react to next. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.